So last week, I sold 4 wooden pellets to a stranger for $14.60. And that sale taught me more about selling software than 2 years of building apps has. So by the end of this video, I'll show you exactly what happened, all the real numbers behind the sale, and how I'm changing the way I sell my own products because of 1 woman and 4 wooden pellets. Alright, so if you're still here, then let me tell you the whole story. Recently, I wanted to clear out some things that I was not using in my house. My old iPhone 11, a center carpet, my couch, and 4 wooden pellets that I bought 2 years ago and never touched again. Naturally, I like space, and these things were making the house stuffy for me. So I listed everything on Jiji. That is the biggest listing site we have in Nigeria. And at first, I used the free plan, but to be honest, the results of the free plan were more disappointing than impressive, right? A few views and nothing serious. So I decided to pay for the boost plan. That's 7,000 naira. That's about $5. And that changed everything. Suddenly, the charts started rolling in. Across all my listings, I ended up talking to about 60 people. 60 people. And here's the thing. Most of them never bought anything. They just asked questions, they negotiated, and then they disappeared, ghosted me. But I realized that that's normal in business, right? There'll be lots of interest and then very few buyers. But make sure you keep that 60 number in your head, because one of those 60 people is the reason I'm making this video today. Yeah, so let me show you the stats so you can see how much, how many people came, right? The kind of traffic I had. Just 1st to 4th of July. Yeah, you see I have 4,602 visitors, 25 contact views, spent around 9,000 naira, and 60 chats. So this is a 60 chat phone. This really shocked me. 967 people actually checked it out. 967 impressions. And then 104 people actually clicked to check them out. That is 104 people for used wooden pellets. I genuinely did not expect that kind of response. But the main friction was distance. People wanted the pellets, but nobody wanted to come and pick them up from my side in Lagos. So they just sat there. Then this particular woman reached out. Her first message came to me on a Wednesday, and she was asking if I could send the pellets over immediately. Immediately. I was wondering what to do. I couldn't send the pellets immediately because I was at work. Now, most buyers, when you tell them not today, they just vanish. They probably move on to another seller, right? And you never hear from them again. But this one was different. She probably went to another seller, but she couldn't get it or something else. But she called me back on Friday and she asked if I could deliver on Saturday since I was at work on Friday still. And she wasn't negotiating hard on the price. She just agreed to pay the $14.60 for the pellets and then paid another almost $9 more on top of that just for delivery. Just for delivery. Think about that. The delivery cost more than half of the price of the product and she didn't blink. So I got a vehicle on Saturday and I went on to ship the pellets over to her. And it was only after the delivery was done that I understood what exactly had actually happened. So you've probably seen it on the news, right? Parts of Lagos Island have been flooded recently. And this woman lives in one of those flooded areas. Her house had water in it and she was still living there with her family inside a flooded house. She needed those pellets to raise her things off the floor. Her furniture, her appliances, basically her whole life sitting inside water until those pellets arrived. And that's why immediately was what she wanted. That's why she called back on Friday. That's why the delivery fee didn't matter. She wasn't buying pellets, she was buying dry ground. There's this famous line from Seibel of Combinator. He says that the best customer is someone whose hair is on fire. Because if their hair is on fire and you sell them a brick,
you would buy that brick and you would hit yourself on the head with the brick to smother the fire. That's an MVP.
The product doesn't have to be perfect. The pain has to be real. And in this case, the pain was very real. 104 people looked at my pellets. 60 people chatted me across all my listings. Most of them had just mild interest. But one woman had water in her living room. And guess who paid full price? Paid extra for delivery and followed up twice. So you see, the best people to sell to are not the people who think your product is just cool. They are the people who are desperate for a problem to go away. They don't haggle the prices. They won't ghost you. they will chase you instead. So here's how this changes what I do. You see, I build products, and if I'm honest with myself, I've mostly spent 2 years building for that group of people that says, this will be nice. The people who see my product and say, oh, this is interesting, and maybe they sign up, but they never come back. I'm talking about the window shoppers, my own version of the 104 people who clicked on the pellets and did nothing. What I've actually never done is deliberately ask myself, who is standing in the flood? For every product I have, there is a lukewarm version of the customer and a desperate version. Take my tool that turns developer activity into plain English summaries, for instance. The lukewarm customer is the founder who thinks reports will be nice. But then the flooded house customer is the non-technical founder who has an investor update due and needs to know what the hell is going on with his product. That person, they are not browsing, they are the person whose head is on fire and they need a solution as soon as possible. So going forward, before I build a feature, before I create the landing page, and before I even run a single ad, I'm asking one question. Is this for the person who is just browsing for pellets or for the person who is standing in the water? Because I already know which one pays me $14.60 without blinking and still adds $9 for delivery. I will report back to you with the results of this decision. Let me see if it actually brings me good customers or and profit, or if it doesn't. Cheers. See you on the next one.